Good morning to day 3 of the Ashoka Changemaker Summit. It's amazing to see so many familiar faces again, as it is day 3, but today is a really special day. On the one hand, I'm excited to welcome new faces, because this is an open day, and hi again to the people watching us from all over the world in the live stream. We're happy to also have you here. And as I mentioned, this is a special day. Over the past year, a group of young people, of young change makers, met on a regular basis to make this day happen. And these are not only young people, these are, as I mentioned, young change makers who are busy anyways. They're all young people who are driving change in the city of Hamburg and beyond. So we're happy you took the time to create this amazing day for us. I hope it's going to be amazing. I'm going to be surprised myself, I guess. And I'm curious what's going to happen. And one thing to mention to these young people, even in the young age, they've taken the initiative to drive change. And they're doing this with a lot of passion, with a lot of effort, time. And maybe you've recognized some of them again because they've been on panels, they've been really present, and they've been co-organizing this summit with us. And I don't know, who tried the sleep capsules? Did any one of you try the sleep capsules? Oh yes, some had a good nap. That was also something we did in collaboration. It came from them. Before I'm gonna hand over, there's one more thing to add for the ones who joined us today. We've got an Ashoka Changemaker Summit app, and you can download this app and you can find your way around. This app will help you to find the sessions you're gonna attend and everything else. So please check out the app. Yes, we can see it now on the screen. And you can also find other attendees, especially like the Young Changemaker, the collective. You will find them on it. And also the sessions are all mentioned there, and you can find it. So you can find your way around here in the venue, you can find your way around in the sessions, and you can find your way around if you're looking for someone or you maybe forgot their name. And there is actually nothing more to add from my side, because they're experts who are gonna join this stage, who will lead us through this beautiful day. And I would like to announce now, today they will take over, and 2 of the collective will moderate the opening. So please, Clara and Lilith, let's give them a big round of applause.
Justice for all.
Hello and welcome to this third and last day of this year's Ashoka Summit. We hope that you all are here with a lot of energy. Maybe you arrived for the first day today, but we are also happy to see some familiar faces. As you already heard, Clara and I are part of the Participation Collective, or as we call it in German, Team Teilhabe. And we promise that in just a few seconds you will see faces to all of these names that you just read on the screen. We have prepared an amazing program, and I hope you all are here to join us for as long as possible.
But what were you expecting when you heard that young people are going to take over the stage? Were you expecting that we are coming here with a big bang and loud music and a big statement? Or what were you expecting? Because this kind of revolution is not what we're here for today. We're quite of the opposite, because we're not saying that you've done nothing, so let us take over the stage. Instead, we are here to join you in leading the change in different areas. May it sustainable tourism, or the future of work for young women, or a fair justice system, or inspiring young people to get excited about democracy. And each of this participation collective has their own ideas, and we would love to show it to you, because we would like to change the status quo in different areas. And today, we've been given the opportunity to showcase our work, and we are very much excited, and we can't wait to get started with you, to discuss our ideas, to get your advice and your input, to get your encouragement, but I think to also walk our own steps towards a brighter future. And before we dive in, we would like to express a lot of thankful words and a lot of gratitude to the ones who made this day possible for us, who were giving us the opportunity. So big thank you to Judith, Daniel, Lea, and Manuel.
We are here to energize you for the day, to kickstart, but of course we have exciting program afterwards. I saw that some of you already grabbed a free Franzbrötchen, so a really special dish in Hamburg. For everybody who's not from Hamburg, please make sure you taste it before you leave. And we also have fair coffee as well, so please after the session go and grab and taste some of that. But of course we also want to talk with you, discuss with you, gain your ideas and your feedback. Hence, we've prepared amazing workshops, as well as, at the closing, interesting musical theater. And one last thing, during lunch break, you are all invited to come back to the auditorium downstairs, and we will have live music, and hope to have a great atmosphere for you to connect and expand your network. But now, first of all, we want to find out what is behind the curtain. Why did the people here decide to kind of give responsible to some young changemakers? Who came up with the idea of making true engagement as the focus of this year's summit? So please give a hand to Manu, who is going to tell us a bit about what is going on behind the scenes.
Thank you, Lilith and Clara, and welcome to all of you to the first publicly open day of an Ashoka Changemaker Summit. Before I give you a glimpse behind the curtain of the whole journey of Team Teilhabe, I want to shout out and thank Lea for coordinating this whole journey, and also to Daniel, the founder of MTS Social Design, who couldn't make it today, but was, of course, also a big part of the journey. Yes, so why Team Teilhabe? Well, it was launched in connection with the ACMS for two main reasons. First, we wanted to make space for young people to voice their ideas, to share their stories, and also to present their initiatives. Ashoka wants everyone to be a change maker, and for that to happen, it means also to ask who hasn't got a seat at the table yet. And what we have learned over the last 6 months is that people under 25, they are bursting with ideas and motivation. They really want to make a change, whether it's in tourism, in education, law, or even the housing market. But what they are often missing is bigger support networks and funding. And plus, often they get perceived as unexperienced, and maybe they get even treated differently. So it's more harder for them to really get ahead and to get their initiatives off the ground. The cool thing is that we learn they do it anyways. So we wanted to gather a group of young people and ask them, what is it that you want to change in Hamburg and beyond? What is it that you need, and how can we support you? So over the last 6 months, these people that you will see today, they became the Team Teilhabe, and we met monthly for workshops with helpful input, with peer-to-peer support, and with team spirit. And it was truly amazing, like, to see the whole progress of their projects, of them as persons and as team. From the beginning, we wanted to cultivate a support network for them, so everyone got their own mentor who helped them on the journey, and plus there were many people in the back who gave advice, shared some experience and knowledge, and also opened doors. The second thought behind Team Teilhabe is that change needs to happen locally. And with Ashoka being a global organization and all of us coming together here in Hamburg in Germany, we were wondering how to leave a little more of a lasting impact in the city. And also with Hamburg being the first city in Germany to launch a strategy on social entrepreneurship, we wanted to link our young people, the Team Teilhabe, to this existing and this expanding network. Plus, we wanted to give back to the city of Hamburg and to the public by making this third day open to everyone. So as you will see and as you will experience today, young people don't only have ideas, they are already actively changing the world we live in. So they deserve to have our support, because young people are not just the future, they are the present already, because they are shaping the reality for the better. So I hope you enjoy the day. I'm really certain that you will. Yeah, thank you and enjoy.
And part of the journey as young changemakers was to develop our own ideas. And along the way, we were supported by experienced mentors who guided us, who helped us stay focused in that time, and who really encouraged us to believe in us and in our abilities. So we are incredibly thankful and grateful for their support along the way. And now one of our mentors, she will share her experience in this process. She's a social entrepreneur. She is the founder of Contact Collective. And we are very happy that she will tell us a little bit how the process was for her and what she experienced. So welcome on stage, Natalia.
I was asked to share my experience as a mentor. And to be honest, that was a gift. Actually, 3 gifts. But before I share with you what these gifts were for me, I want you to look around. Who's sitting next to you? There might be some people you know, or people you haven't met yet. But by coming here, you all accepted the invitation to participate. And by participating today, I invite you to participate truly, with passion, with interest, with open eyes and open heart, to make the connections, because we are here together to co-create this world and participate in the way that we haven't seen before. And so for me, when I accepted the invitation to become a mentor, I didn't know what the journey will bring. But I got the first gift almost immediately, and that was the gift of trust. Because by becoming a mentor, I got the chance to get to know a person on a much deeper level, to see beyond the social enterprise, beyond the work they're doing. I saw a person with fears and with struggles. I saw a person with dreams and hopes for the future. And then there was a second gift, because through those conversations, I was able to share my experience as a social entrepreneur, the things I've learned along the way. And then there was the gift of reflection, because I was able to see my own journey throughout this experience. And I was able to see that what I've learned and what I've gained through this process, I'm able to share and pass to the next generation of young leaders. And I know that they will do the same. And there's the third gift. But before I share with you what this gift was, I want to share a bit of reflection what I've also noticed. Because young change makers have needs. And it's our role and responsibility, whether you're young or along in the middle of a process of your life, or maybe somewhere further away, we all have this role and responsibility to support one another. So when it comes to the needs of young change makers, they have them, and they have a couple of them. One is that we'll need to make sure that their projects and businesses are healthy and well, and so is their mental health. They will need easy access to mentorship, and they will need even easier access to funding so they can keep working. They will also need open doors, and even more, they will need the seat and the vote at the decision-making table. But what they can give, that is so much more. They can give the fresh perspective and innovative solutions we haven't thought about yet, or we were too scared to try. They can also give the motivation of young energy and joy to change the world. And they can bring more young people along the way with them. And the third gift is the gift of hope. The hope in the future. Because with these leaders, we all can have hope for the future we can all look forward to. So thank you so much to all young change makers for the hope that you're giving us in these times and in the times to come.
Thank you so much, Natalia, for those great words and also for giving us the gift of being our mentor, being here for us. Thanks again. So now you already were a bit active in clapping and looking around, but please, everybody who can, stand up. And raise your arms, and we all go to the left side. Left, your left. Yeah, very good. Okay, and while you're stretching, use your brain power and think about a moment in which you felt really involved and really engaged and really participating, in which you felt respected. Okay, switch to the other side. If you found that moment, then hold on to this situation, go through it in some more depth and think about why you felt really respected and participating. Go a bit deeper. And gap again. And the last exercise we want to do is we want to get some autumn, September apples that are really up on the trees. And when I say 1, 2, 3, on the 3, you go down again from your tippy toes, down, and put your arms down again. And then talk to one of your neighbors. I said on 1, 2, 3. I have not said on 1, 2, 3 yet. Some people get like tired arms, just a second. So on my cue, you will turn to one of your neighbors and share in 2 sentences what situation you are currently thinking about and why is this situation so special for you. 1, 2, 3.
Ich erkläre gerade nochmal kurz, dass Ivo noch sein Mikro jetzt hat. Ja, er wollte es von Natalia nehmen. Doch. Ich weiß nicht, ob wir jetzt gerade noch so im vollen Livestream sind. Ich erkläre es ganz kurz, wie kommt es dazu. Aber nochmal danke, dass du die Folie gemacht hast. Doch, ich glaube, man sieht gerade einfach nur diese Folie, ne? Ja, sonst würde man sagen. Dann will ich ganz kurz klären. Du hast dein Mikro? Ich habe das Mikro gleich. Alles klar. Er hat ein neues Mikro. Du kannst dann auch mal sagen, es waren jetzt glaube ich schon mehr als 2 Sätze.
Let's come to a closing. We're getting back together and we are continuing our opening session. Say the last words to your partner and then we're going to continue. Perfect. Thank you. Awesome. Amazing. It was a great picture seeing you all do the stretching. It was hilarious, but you're very flexible. I'm very impressed. So now as we are all very wide awake and we are very much engaged, I think we are all ready for pitches. So, over the next couple of minutes, each of the teams will present their project, the project they've been working on for the last couple of months. And each of the teams will pitch their project within 3 or 3:30 minutes. And we will do this one after another, so it's going to be a quick change. But because you're wide awake, you won't have any problem in following us. So, with that, the first is probably very familiar to you because Lilith and her partner will tell us what she's been working on.
Are we ready? Cool. Who of you knows how much CO2 your trip to the ACMS and back home causes?
Or who of you knows if the hotel you spent your last holidays in uses renewable energy?
And reduces food waste?
And uses local sustainable furniture?
If not, it's time to find out with Chart Horizons. We're a company fighting for transparency in the travel industry.
So maybe you're currently planning your next business trip or your Christmas family holidays. However, you may find it quite difficult to really choose sustainable, friendly solutions. Hence, at the moment, 150 sustainable labels are out there, and it's really hard to understand what is greenwashing and what is really, truly sustainable.
Maybe you're also clueless about how big your travel CO2 footprint is. With our app, Charge Holidays, you can get answers to all these questions. You can conveniently plan your whole trip, tracking all your places you want to go. What's more? You can plan the trip together with family, friends, and colleagues, giving them access to all the travel documents, from reservations to the place you want to dine at.
And with all of these features, we want to make it comfortable for you to travel sustainably and really get rid of all the prejudices that sustainable travel must be boring. Hence, we also do a lot of educational work.
For example, you can check out our Attentive Traveler blog.
Or you can read about mindful travel.
Or understand the culture of the countries you're traveling to by getting hints from our natives around the world in our Native Narratives initiative.
And you can also become a sustainable travel detective by using our Sustainable Travel Detective Club booklet and engage in our edutainment. That way, we want to make you the changemakers, asking the right questions to the hotel and really leading the future of sustainable travel.
You can also win a little travel gift at the end of the summit. All you have to do is to download our app, create a trip and post about it, and we will announce the winner of that at the end in the closing ceremony.
If you're excited about sustainable travel, see us in the mood court, either in the morning or in the afternoon session, and discuss about the present and future of traveling.
Today, we've been given the stage to talk about our project, and that is exactly what we're not going to do. If you're interested about our vision of 360-degree legal empowerment, you are happily invited to talk to us in our session later on, during the breaks, or even after the summit. But for now, I want to take a step back and look at where we are right now. You are currently sitting in the seats thousands of law students have sat in before. So what we want to do today is give you an idea of what all the people who normally sit here go through. Why is that important? Because legal education is the starting point of all of our future lawyers, judges, and most of the politicians. In Germany, the only way to shape our justice system is by going through a very specific state-regulated course of study. There is not one course of study that produces as many changemakers, but at the same time, there is no other course of study that discriminates against so many of their students. That is actually empirically proven. This is the problem we want to talk to you about today. You are all here to talk about true participation, but true participation stands in direct contrast to our current legal education system. Especially marginalized people are faced with exclusion rather than true participation. Today, you have given us a platform that we intend to use to amplify all the voices of all the law students who have yet to be heard. This is how. On your way in, you were given one of these black envelopes. We invite you to read them if you haven't yet. Each of these envelopes contains the story of a law student. They come from a survey made by the Federal Association of Law Faculties. This is one of them.
At the start of the first semester, you know that in the end a concentrated 6-day exam will decide your whole future career. If you don't withstand the pressure, you end up with a 0 because university achievements are not recognized at all. Having problems with the pressure is seen as a personal weakness or even a lack of attitude, sometimes stated very explicitly. And that creates a climate of fear, failure, and power imbalance. It is a system that is didactically outdated. Under the banner of supposedly selecting the best, it only rewards the ability to suffer and to adapt. This fosters a professional arrogance that is incompatible with the social dimension of legal profession.
Stories such as these are presented downstairs in our traveling exhibition. We invite you not only to look at the exhibition, but also to become a part of it by sharing your thoughts and feelings on the back of your postcard. Or, if you feel like it, film a short reaction video with our standby camera guy who's waiting downstairs. Let us all together give those students the feeling of being heard. Thank you for your attention.
€1 million.
What would you change with that money in your city? It's a lot of money, right? I mean, you could plant the city, you could create creative spaces for artists, or you could fund any project that is very close to your heart.
This sounds amazing, right? So, what if only young people decided what to do with that million in their city? So, democratically voting about this million, and what could they change if they held the authority to allocate public funds for their own developed projects? This is what the concept of youth-led participatory budgeting is all about.
And this is what we think is so inspiring, that young people really get one specific budget from their government to decide what will happen to it. And they develop projects, and then they vote democratically, and the ones that got the most votes, they will be implemented. And this is what we consider as real participation, giving young people real resources, trusting their decisions, and empowering them to make meaningful changes in their community.
This democratic process not only fosters civic engagement, but it also builds a stronger connection between young people and their local governments. More importantly, young people are shown that their voices really matter and they have the power to shape their future.
Hi everyone, we are Martin and Clara, and we are the founders of Youth Lead the Change Germany. And our mission is to empower and inspire young people to get engaged in democracy and also to get excited about democracy. And this is why we as young people, we are currently working with municipalities across Germany and tell them what young people would like and how they would like to be involved in their city. And so we hope that the voices of young people are not only heard, but then also action is followed and they can see the projects in the city.
Today, we invite you to join us in 2 sessions that we concepted in the last few months, where we will explore how to build these youth budgets in cities. So we would love you to join us in our journey to inspire and equip the next generation of changemakers.
Thank you.
Imagine a future where the wisdom of a 60-year-old is seamlessly blended with a fresh perspective of a 20-year-old. Did you know that by 2060, over 40% of the population will be over 65? This isn't just a statistic, it's a call to action. The Silver Society, those over 55, represents the fastest growing demographic in our workforce. And yet, we often overlook the immense potential they bring. Studies show that teams with a mix of ages make better decisions, are more innovative, and achieve greater long-term success. age diversity isn't just about filling seats. It's about unlocking the full potential of our collective energy. We believe that the future of work hinges on bridging these generational gaps, not just for the sake of inclusion, but for the sake of innovation. With Hands-On, we are not just talking about age diversity, we are making it happen. We see ourselves as generational translator, bridging the gap between the experience-rich civil society and the dynamic younger generations. Our goal is to create spaces where these groups can connect, share, and learn from each other. Why? Because when generations come together, we are not just adapt to the future, we are build it. Now, we invite you to join us on the first floor, room 1.02, at our interactive hands-on booth. Let's explore together how we can harness the combined strength of different generations to redefine the workplace. Did you know that older employees, on average, bring qualifications like reliability, strategic thinking, and a higher quality awareness? Traits that are invaluable in today's fast-paced world. Meanwhile, the younger generations contribute new ideas, tech savviness, and a strong drive for change. For us, involvement means valuing the experience and knowledge of the older generations just as much as the new innovative ideas of the younger ones. If we can bring these generations into dialogue, we can create a workplace where every contribution counts and where true inclusion is possible for all. So come by, share your perspective, and let's roll up our sleeves together to build a collaborative and future-oriented workplace, one where engagement is not just a goal, but a reality.
Hello, good morning to everyone. We would like to welcome you to Hamburg. In Hamburg we have 105 districts and there could be 106. And I will tell you why. If we level all the districts on an average size, one district would have 600,000 to 700,000 square meters of living space. So keep that number in mind, because in the end of 2023, there were 650,000 square meters of empty, unused office spaces here in the city of Hamburg. So imagine the potential that just with unused office spaces, we could create a living space of a 106 district here in Hamburg. So we developed a social housing project in a tiny house style that repurpose these mentioned unused office spaces and create affordable housing. So with this idea, we requested cooperations to the responsible stakeholders here in Hamburg, and the result was that no one, so not the administrative authorities, not the institutions and not the private persons were interested in solve this problem in a long-term perspective. So it was important to us to draw attention to these points, although the focus of our project has changed for now. So we might not be able to change or to solve the whole housing problem, but we can start with the most important part of it.
Sleeping. Our mission is to develop a sleeping solution that is not only environmentally and socially responsible, but also creative design uniting sustainability and functionality. Our cabins made of certified wood are produced in Germany and are using an innovative plug-in system. The cabins are characterized by the modularity, and individual elements can be easily replaced, guaranteeing long-term use and saving resources. Furthermore, do we plan to integrate our sleeping concept into social justice efforts and support structurally disadvantaged individuals and organizations? We plan to donate our cabins to NGOs, mainly to increase the personal safety and privacy in emergency shelters and similar organizations. The project is community-focused, following a bad-for-bad concept. This approach fosters a supportive and inclusive community. Everyone should have the opportunity to have a safe place to sleep. And this is a fundamental human right.
So now we would like to invite you. We have set up 2 of our prototypes outside. So come around, test them, give us your feedback. And yeah, we're waiting there. And join us. In German we call it Probe liegen.
If you like the pitches, you can give another round of applause for the Team Teilhabe. As a member of the participation collective myself, I can truly say it's been an inspiring and amazing journey that just lay behind us. So together, we not only built the stage where we are currently staying, but we also crafted the session and the content that you will be listening to in some minutes. And this is what's going to be next. So after the opening, you are all invited to join us in the workshop spaces that were listed on the little PowerPoint slides. And each of the teams prepared a session for you. Each session will offer something unique, and I promise you it won't be boring, it won't be very exciting and very activating. And then, as you can see, there will be a lunch break, there will be free time, we've got little treats for you, there will be a coffee truck outside, and you will get to eat some delicious Franzbrötchen. And in the afternoon, we will switch our brains and our ears and everything from English to German, and we will kickstart our projects right here in Hamburg with your help and your input and your encouragement, and we can't wait to get started. But let's get ready for the day and another activating session, because before we dive into these workshops, we have one last very special surprise for you, and it's Acro Peace, an acrobatic exploration of change. Throughout history, and even today, there are countless of individuals fighting for a better world, always through peaceful means. And in this show, Lilith and Dwenger will pay tribute to those people out there fighting for a better world, totally peacefully. We pay tribute to all of those brave people peacefully contributing to change. This show is a high emotional program processing feelings, just as despair, fear, but also hope and joy. Enjoy.
It's astounding. Time is fleeting. I've got to keep control.
Drinking, those moments when the blackness would hit. 1949. How does the bastard, orphan, immigrant, decorated war vet unite the colonies through more debt? Fight the other founding fathers till he has to forfeit. Have it all, lose it all. You ready for more yet? Treasury Secretary, Washington's the president. Every American experiment sets a precedent. Not so fast, someone came along to resist him. Pissed him off until we had a two-party system. You haven't met him yet, you haven't had the chance, cause he's been kicking ass as the ambassador to France. But someone's gotta keep the American promise. You simply must meet Thomas.
Been off in Paris for so long.
France is following us to revolution. There is no more status quo. But the sun comes up and the world still spins. I helped Lafayette draft a declaration. Then I said I gotta go. I gotta be in Monticello. Now the work at home begins. So what did I miss? What did I miss? Virginia, my home sweet home. I wanna give you a kiss. I've been in Paris meeting lots of different ladies. I guess I basically missed the late 80s. I traveled the wide, wide world and came back to this. So what did I miss?
Schulga kul, schulga dressaga selina. I wish I were on yonder hill. 'Tis there I'd sit and cry my fill till every tear would turn a mill. Iska J to my warning slow. I'm so tired of being here, suppressed by all my childish fears. And if you have to leave, I wish that you would just leave, 'cause your presence still lingers here, and it won't leave me alone. These wounds won't seem to heal. This pain is just too real. There's just too much that time cannot erase. When you cried, I'd wipe away all of your tears. When you scream, I'd fight away all of your fears. And
tell you what I wish I'd known when I was young and dreamed of glory. You have no control. Who lives, who dies, who tells your story?
Every other founding father story gets told. Every other founding father gets to grow old.
And when you're gone, who remembers your name? Who keeps your flame? Who tells your story? Who tells your story? Who tells your story?
Well, this is the thank you so much, Lilith. And this is your sign to stand up, do the same, and go to the workshop rooms.